Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So I want to talk about hate, how people be hating on each other, and what it really is. It's not what they doing to Travis Hunter girlfriend. That's not hate. But what hate is, because people wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't for what she said and what she did. But we're going to get into how people hate on you. And I want to get into the attitude that you should have behind it. It shouldn't cause no negative emotion in you. You should rid yourself this year of anything and anybody that's going to kind of get in the way of your happiness. Like you ever seen people that be hating on you, that's jealous of you, and that don't want to see you do good. Like, they can't even laugh at your jokes, and they can't even laugh at some of the same stuff you laugh at, because they always trying to one up you, or they just got a problem with you. Like, I learned years ago that the Most High was showing me, don't mistreat people, but realize that people are just people. So y'all hear me saying that. I got that from him. Y'all just people. Like, there's no way another person should be able to cause me to view myself in a different light. That's Matrix. When that start happening, that's when I'm getting pulled back in. And I ain't gonna get pulled back in. Because something within me, like, after a while, like, people can be hating on you. Like, even if they trying to sneak this, like, I've gotten seasoned enough to be able to catch them sneak disses. Them sneak disses. Like, case in point, y'all hear me using, I got so many examples from my old job, the most recent job. And it's like, they really was hating on me. Like, not everybody. Now, some of them was really cool. It was just a few people. It was hating on me. Like, it was this one lieutenant in particular. Like, she wasn't like super mean to me, but it's like she was pig-headed towards me. Let me give you an example. She didn't want to view my experience, even though what's crazy is they had a lot of people incarcerated there from my old facility. They act exactly the same. They just older. But they still wanted to, like, downplay my experience. And a lot of situations I was able to diffuse just by knowing people. Like, this one dude, we'll just call him his initials, DJ. I knew him from over there. So I knew that with him, all you got to do is all in how you say things. So when he was getting into it with people, I knew how to deal with him already. Like, hey, man, just don't worry about that, man. Just focus on getting home to your kids. And I knew how to deal with him. And this is the part that they wasn't saying because they was too busy hating on me. Like, it was I can't even say a couple. It was a lot of them. Like, I knew them. They the same. They just older. So he was getting into it with a couple guys. Hey, man, don't pay no attention to dude, man. Just focus on getting out so you get home to your kids, like you said, right? It's all in how you said things to this particular guy. Only difference with him, he was like 2-3 years older. That's it. But he acted the same. This is how, like, another situation where normally I would send a guy to cell block. But because I was familiar with him, I said, it got to be more to this. Got to be more to it. So he came up and explained himself like he always did I knew that guy since he was 13. He's like 21, 22 now. Act exactly the same. just a little more mature. They really lost out. This is what people don't realize. I know my job, just leave me alone, let me do it. If you don't leave me alone, let me do it, I don't want to be there. Like, I'ma quit. People just wanna bother me. You're not gonna change who I vote for. You're not gonna change like any parts of my personality. You're not, man. This is just who I am. Just focus on what I do, what I bring to the table of the job. They can't do that because they too busy hating. Too busy hating. He was supposed to get the supervisor job over me, so I'm going to have a problem with him for no reason at all. That kind of stuff. Everything he say, I'm going to bump heads. If you do this to me, I'm just saying, when people do this to me, it don't matter, relationship, relative, job, you know eventually I'm going to be gone. If it continues, eventually I'm going to be gone. I don't stick around. If you see me sticking around, you know that's a good situation. See, for instance, the facility I was at before that, they were doing some good things. Like, they was putting me by myself because they knew that I did things differently. Like, my experience level was different than what they had. And I noticed that when I came back, like, cause I had worked there before. I noticed that when I came back, that people did things a little different. But here's the problem. They were doing things wrong. You doing things you're not even supposed to do. So how can you expect me to do things? This is the problem I have. This is one way you know when people hating on you. They expect you to do things and think in ways that's just not right. It's not right for you to let somebody have a double standard against you. Because that's a sin. Like, when you allow people to have a double standard that works against you, it's like you making them like they're a god or something, like they the God of heaven, the creator of the universe. And that's wrong. I don't care if that is your wife. That's wrong. So it's like people they can't just work alongside you. And then this is what I notice people do. By the time they figure out where they was wrong, the person that they was wrong and be gone. And so now they backpedaling. Well, just like in Texas, I thought he was coming around. How am I coming around? You telling somebody, I already told you what I'm gonna do about him. Did they really think I was gonna sit back? And this is one reason why I've never been fired. Because when people nitpick and they be wanting and trying to fire you, they be looking for reasons to fire you. I'd be like, look, man, you ain't even got to do that. I believe in myself. I know what I'm going to have. Deuces to you. So it's like people be hating on you. One of the main ways people hated on me through the years is my understanding of the scripture. And that hate came in many forms. I was at other churches. I had to leave because, like I told you, I'm not finna sit up. This is what happened. The pastor that ordained me, man, I was doing everything for him. I was cleaning up the church, driving them to preach in prisons, everything. Right? But what he didn't like is people rather hear me preach than him. And the wife, some people was leaving after Sunday school. You can't get mad over that. And then one time people gave me like I did a sermon. He asked me to preach. So I preached. And people was there that don't normally be there, and they gave. And they was mad they never came back because they was like, what happened to that money we gave? Did he give it to you? No, he didn't give it to me. What? He folded it up, put it right in his pocket. And it's like, I don't know what's wrong with people in this 2000 era. I think it started in the year 2000. Like there was a shift. People start thinking that you supposed to sit back and stay in situations and just let them do you however they want to do you. It kept happening. People be hating on you. Like the one dude, he gonna open up the Bible, right? Now let me show you how people is. Now keep in mind, I would have been letting this dude slide because I didn't want to be like I was on the streets. Like I had been, kind of new to the faith, like 3, 4, 5 years. And I didn't want to handle people and handle things the way I used to on the streets. So this dude told my wife that she smells so good she making him hungry. I'm thinking in my mind I should whoop his ass. Excuse my language. But I said, no, I can't whoop his ass. We in church. And so we was trying to go bowling one night. I had forgave him, like, man, I ain't worried about it, We went bowling. We couldn't even bowl because Jank was there. Something wasn't right with dude. He was like, having problems finding his ID and all kind of stuff. My sister was like, maybe it's just not meant for him to be here. Now, the way I am now, I'm a very peaceful man. But if he tried to get with her, I'm whooping his ass. Excuse me again. I'm sorry. Because I'm going to replay all the stuff that he was doing. Like sometimes you got to fight. Because some people, you just can't let them keep getting away with stuff. You're going to have to do something about it. Sometimes we have those situations in our life. Like with this whole war thing. I mean, it just be like that sometimes. But I know that he had a little liking for her, even though he had a wife himself. So if he came back in, be ready. Somebody like that is getting whooped. And anybody that try to help them is getting whooped. I remember when I was a kid, I used to be scared of getting jumped because it was back in Milwaukee. Anybody that's from Milwaukee, you remember this. That was my neighborhood. I knew them. The Hylers, Mike and Byron Hyler. And basically, he was on the news because some dudes jumped him and he was like brain damage. And people thought he wasn't gonna make it. So we all knew him from school and from the neighborhood. Everybody watching the news every night and seeing if he getting better, and he recovered. They say he still got a little issues, but he recovered. I ain't seen him in a while. But now, if you jump me, somebody's getting shot. And I don't care, male or female, you get in the business. That's how I am now. I've been that way. Like, as I started getting older, like 18, 19, 20, 21, I was like, man, skip this. Any dude try to jump me. That's why I told y'all about the time the dudes tried to jump me, and it was a thing where all my guys came and it was going to be one-on-one, that they wasn't going to jump in it because the dude that brought him over there, like, some of my guys was cool with him. So it's just going to be one-on-one. It was going to be me against either one of them. They didn't want to do that. They rather chase me around with tools and try to jump. But when it was finna be one-on-one, because they was hating on me, basically. When it was finna be one-on-one, they tried to leave, and so I was punching both of them. And then I saw him in a strip club, and my guy was holding me back, like kind of talking to me like, man, they ain't even worth it, man. You did what you had to do with them and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you right. And I walked back in there and I made sure they saw me. Them dudes like they saw a ghost. But I ain't even do nothing. But it's like hate has been going on since the beginning of time. I believe it started with Cain and Abel. Cain was hating on Abel because Abel had a better relationship with the Most High and was feeling the Most High's presence a little more than Cain. So Cain had a problem with it. And so I want to talk about what we can do about it, what we should do about it, if we should do something about it, because it's all different types. Like I told y'all, when I get divorced, if somebody like that tried to get with her, we got to fight. Because I would look at that like he must think I'm weak or something. Like, you think that I'm finna pay her all this money and you gonna just come in? No. But and it ain't even about her. It's about this guy. I know the part that I gotta get to tell you about this guy. So some months have passed. He goes in there and he tells the pastor, I got a word from you from God, right? And he breaks the scripture open where Judas betrayed Jesus with a kiss and said that I was going to betray him. Now keep in mind, I never betrayed him. That was a fake prophecy. But he started acting different. So that's what caused the rift with me and him. Because he was listening to him. And he even came to my house later on. Not the house I'm living in, but I was living in a different house, and tried to tell me he wanted me to come back and all this, and he was wrong, and he tried to talk about dude behind his back. I was like, nah, I ain't coming back. And he since passed away, but hey, man. So when he told him that, man, I'm like, man, you told him something like that, man. I really wanted to get him dead. I said, man, you really told him something like that? I was just looking at him. I'm standing over him. Just like, man, I wanted to get him, even though it was where we held the service. I said, man, you really told him something like that? And another reason why I wanted to get him, because he thought he was tough. Y'all got to realize, I'm way bigger than him. And I wasn't even this size yet. But I'm still was bigger than him. And so he started like trying to compete with me. I worked at the detention center. He goes out. That's when Wells was still, he started working there. I had started noticing, like, I was letting him cut my hair at first, but my haircuts was whack. I'm like, dude, what is up with this? Like, I started thinking he was doing it on purpose. So I stopped getting my haircuts by him. It's like, dude was just always doing something. And so when he finally told him that, I stood over him. Like, I think the whole time it was just, he was jealous of our relationship. Like, in terms of pastor and you might as well call me, I was doing Sunday school, deacon, whatever you want to call it. And I believe he just got jealous. He was hating on me. Hating on my relationship. Hating on how I came in there So he was doing little weak stuff. That's what haters do. You'll notice, like, if it's somebody you suspect that hating on you, they're going to be doing a lot of, like, weak stuff, like talking about you behind your back. And they want to highlight, you get something, they don't want to see it. You get a house, they're not going to come and look at it. You get a car, they're not going to come look at it. But if you lose a house, why he lose his house? What's going on with that? What's going on with this? You lose a car. Why, right? But you never was in there. You never came to see it. You never, that's haters. That's what haters do. Or when they get something, even though they won't look at what you get, they gonna bring it to you for you to see. Haters. Sometimes they come in the form of sisters, brothers, cousins, aunties, uncles, grandparents, parents, somebody you grew up with forever. You got to be willing. When you deal with other people, anybody can get cut off. Like me, there's not a person that I won't cut off. I'll cut off anybody if they start hating on me, if they start doing certain things that I don't like, saying things that I don't like. I cut you off. You just people. Yeah, they just people. Like, they don't have to be around. You should have people around that know how to treat you, that have your best interests in mind, that want to help you in things that you might need a little help. Not people that just want to critique. Listen, man, you can walk on eggshells all you want. Stuff is going to happen in life. People be acting like, can't nobody quit a job? You can't lose nothing. You can't get sick. It's like they think they know everything about everything, and they think nothing but, yeah, see, he was doing, man, pit stuff be happening to people that don't do nothing. Just because something happened, yeah, he was acting, shut the hell up, you a devil. Now, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these people, the devil got them. I'm stuttering because I'm getting mad. The devil got them. Remember, the devil accused the believers all day, all night. That's one way you know. When a person is a believer, people every little thing that happened to him, every little thing, they gonna try to, well, he must not be who he's supposed to be. God don't like ugly. Okay, then how you still around then? If God is fair and just like the Bible say, right? I'm finna show y'all something. Stuff would not just happen to his people and to people who want to be his people. Stuff is gonna happen to people the devil got. That's why we see it on both sides. But people is haters, man. They always wanna philosophize and try to figure out, cause he didn't give you a ride. He got in a car accident because he didn't give you a ride. The devil is a liar. He get in a car accident because people don't drive right. Well, see, he think he all that. She thinks she all that because she got that car. Yep, and she lost that car too. People lose stuff. And that's why I'm telling you, since people walking around here decrepit right now because of that philosophy, it's coming back to them. You think every time somebody gets sick, that it's because of something they did. So you start doing stuff. And now it done came back on you. You sick because of what you do. You sick because you won't put them cigarettes down. You won't put that crack down, the heroin. But you would say other people, they can sneeze. Yep, see? Mm-hmm. Talking about other people. God don't like ugly. Yep, and they be zzz. right to you. So when I deal with people, I don't deal with nobody in the sense that they better than me. Especially never think somebody better than you because they got more material possessions than you. That might be an indicator that they are not. When the devil don't have a problem with somebody, temporarily things might appear to be a little easier for them. But I was talking to the wife, and she said something that somebody else said, how the devil pay now, but God pay later. I said, I'll take later. And I'll just try to get whatever I can right now. I'm not doing no goofy stuff. I'm not going to, look, man, I'm going to tell y'all. I'm one of the sneakiest dudes, if I want to be, that you will ever see. I could really be out here just making it happen illegally. I got the connection. I know what I'm doing. I could have millions. I could be out here selling keys. Just moving keys of everything. Get that. Finna do that. What I look like? I'm gonna make it happen on this side. Free advertising, Rip. Come holler at me. But people don't hate on you. Now here's how you should take it. Enjoy your life and try to create more reasons for them to hate you. If you know they're a lover of money, get that money. And don't share it with them. Don't give it to them. And they say, well, could you do? Nope. Remember when I was going through it? And you didn't help me? Or you have helped me? You supposed to forgive. Nah, don't try to use the Bible now. When it's convenient for you. I'm not helping you. Deal with it like I did. He think he all that. Something gonna happen to him. Zip. Hate people, when people hating on you, they always trying to make little witchcraft comments. Oh, your energy off. Oh, you must be that. You must be that. You better watch how you treat people. Listen, your faith ain't even working for you. People have faith for something bad to happen to you. And that's why I tell y'all to make sure that your affirmation, your faith surpass all your haters. They'll be just expecting you to lose everything and having a heart just boom right there. Yep, and I'll be out there praying like, and if it's anybody that's trying to, yes sir. So listen, I gotta get going. Start this new year off making good. Make it a competition. Pass them up. If you know somebody be hating or don't like you, don't take them off your Facebook. Don't take them off your Instagram. Don't take them off any of your social media. Just get to the point where you can post all your new watches and clothes and your new place and your new cars. Right where they can see it or know about it, or somebody else will show them. People be, oh, he left that job, he doing bad. First of all, your job don't pay that much. All them people just making it seem like they spending all their money trying to look like they got money. Let's see that bank account. Secondly, there's too much money out here. Look, I'm looking at probably 20 companies, 25 companies just in one square. You say, yeah, but they don't pay that much though. Yep, you can get your check and get your lottery ticket. Man, this is the United States. A person can win on one lottery ticket and pass you up. A person could get one settlement and pass you up. A person can write a book, start a bit. This ain't no third world country, although some of the people that's probably not really people want it to be. That just went over your head. And let me get off of here before I get in trouble.